A great day to play, everybody! Welcome on into the channel, yeah! Whether this is your first time here or you are rejoining us, thank you so much for being here with us today. You are loved, you are appreciated, and you are always welcome here in this channel. Now, today, we're going to do the last piece before we get into Rise of Bangtan Chapter 4. That is Ms. Right. People sent me a couple of videos to this. There is like a live performance video of this. We're going to do one of the lyric videos. I know people are always really, really leery with the lyric videos, but that's also why after I'm done with the lyric video, then I go to dual set. I'll take some time. I'll look it over, see if like I have any other opinions after looking at the dual set lyrics, and we'll go from there. So it's much, much easier for me to be able to take that all in at the same time and give you guys a real reaction when I can see it at the same time. If you want to continue with us on our journey, if you've been enjoying your time with us, which I hope you have, please don't forget to go down, like, subscribe, hit the little notification bell so you know when our videos come out, so you know when we go live. Generally, you're going to get a BTS video per day from this channel. And without further ado, let's do it.
Yo, girl. I wanna tell you this. That you're my Miss Right. You're my Miss Right, Miss Right. 널 놓친다면 Miss Right, Miss Right. You're my Miss Right, Miss Right. Girl, you want my kiss right, Miss Right. 너의 sexy mind and your sexy body. 뇌주름 하나같이 섹시하게 태어난 여자. 그대 청반 바지와 흰 티에 컨버스 하나 that makes me wanna party on your body.
All right. I'm loving this. This definitely has like some old school kind of like Usher-ish vibes to it, which I'm really digging. It brings me back to like my old like winter formals and like, you know, 8th grade dances kind of deal. So I really, really like that. It's interesting. So this is, this is from School of Affair, and I did a little bit of research on this one because I remember when I was reading an article before about some of their more controversial songs, and I use that in air quotes, that this was actually one of the songs on the list, and it was about some of the words that they use. So I'm gonna try to pay pretty close attention to that in here. That there was complaints about this song and a couple other ones that were kind of almost like objectifying women. I have a hard time seeing that here, and I'll give more of my thoughts on that at the end. So let's just continue with it though. I'm loving the vibes of this though so far.
그대 청반 바지와 흰 티에 컨버스 하나 that makes me wanna party on your body. 찰랑이는 긴 머리끝 싱그러운 골반이 지저귀는 한편의 숲 같은 너 두 속에서 반짝여 그 비현실적인 몸으로 내 현실을 안아줘. And I want you to be really, really real for me. 때론 나의 어머니 때때론 나의 에너지여. 난 솔직해 겉으로도 너무 nice해서 긴장을 놓칠 수 없는 나의 enemy.
So this is interesting so far. Maybe this is going to change. Okay. This seems so timid comparatively to some of the shit that we're used to here in the States. Let's just call it out. Like, I could go on the top 100 right now, and I could probably find you, I would say in the top 100, 20 to 30% of those songs are probably, like, grossly over-sexualizing or over-objectifying somebody. Male, female, whatever it is, using very, very, like, illicit innuendo, things like that. And I even think back to, like, this song came out in 2014. Now, when I'm, like, gonna go back a little bit, but, like, I think about songs, like, that were popular kind of, like, on pop channels or that were just popular songs in general back then. I think of, like, Shaggy, got you caught me on the counter, wasn't me, saw me banging on the sofa, or like look, Luda, I wanna lick you from your head to your toes. It's just like I think that we just have a very different standard here. Like, I think that they may have gotten attacked more because it wasn't here in the States, and like maybe we're just so much more used to that in the States, because this just seems like I don't know, a cutesy song. And lyrics so far, I mean, there's some stuff about, like, putting your body on me, but, like, that doesn't like, seriously, our kids are listening to so much more, like, that doesn't bother me at all. Um, we'll keep going, though. Maybe there's other stuff later. I'm gonna keep an eye out. Love the vibe, I like that. So, I don't know if there's actually double. I'll go to dual set for this. This is "You're My Winter Ocean, I Wanna Walk on You," which is kind of interesting. So, when you think of, like, water, you think of, like, tranquility, you think of something that's serene. Um, but, like, the ocean obviously is pretty wavy, and so, like, they were talking about the cold. It's like, "You're my winter ocean, I wanna walk on you," would be like if it were to freeze. But oceans can't actually freeze, so it's kind of like an interesting kind of, like, double entendre there of, like, bringing in kind of, like, the serenity stuff. I don't know if "strip you" is a real translation or if that's what, but it wouldn't make sense with the ocean otherwise. We'll check with dual set later on that. But I'm loving the vibes of this song though. But maybe it's just like it's a nostalgia thing for me. I don't know. I like it. So they brought up like in the movies and in the novels. I'm getting a little bit though of like when they're talking about her. Like, okay, so a couple of things. We don't know a lot about their love life at all, right? They've been very, very close, but presumably they've been so busy that they probably don't get a chance to have much of one. So whether or not this song is actually coming from experience or not, we don't know. What we do know about BTS is oftentimes they like to hide deeper meanings in other things. And so when I think of love with BTS and something that they could draw off of when they talk about basically being in love and something being perfect for them, I don't necessarily see it being one specific person. I see it more of it being an idea. I see it like that idea could even be ARMY in the way that they're like it's talking about something that's like almost fictional because it doesn't matter the way that this person dresses. Like none of that matters. They're like the perfect fit. It doesn't matter what the weather is, they're the perfect fit. And like when I think about that, the relationships they have with people like that, the only real relationship that I could think of that they would have, and maybe there is others out there, but like it would be with ARMY. And I'm almost wondering if there's a hidden meaning. I have no idea, but it almost seems like that, like knowing what I know about them. I also just noticed here that's very cool. Like all of them wearing glasses here. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going. 어쩜 사람이 그래 세상을 혼자 사는 듯한 착각이 드네 내 곁을 지나는 그대 내 맘에는 너라는 달콤한 바람이 부네 너 딱히 꾸미지 않아도 매력이란 양술 뿌리겠지 아마도 신은 없다고 믿었었던 나마저도 신을 믿게 만들어 나에게 여신은 바로 너 네가 어리던 말던 나이가 많던 숨긴 나이가 있던 나는 상관없어 내가 널 사랑하거든 너와 함께라면 어디든 꽃이 핀 garden 명품백을 쥐 Yeah, I mean like especially okay, because if they were explaining their actual perfect girl, if they're truly talking about a physical body here, if they're truly talking about like that, I feel like they would be doing more to describe that. But in this last verse, they're saying, like, it doesn't matter whether you're young or old. It doesn't matter whether you have children or not, right? Like, that's not a specific person. That's almost like what the idea of a perfect girl or perfect relationship would be. And I don't necessarily think that the relationship has to be with a girl. Now, obviously, this came from a CD or an album where there is a lot of stuff about like high school love and young love and stuff like that. So it makes sense. But it also makes sense for there to be a double entendre because it seems meaningful when they're talking about just like that it could be very different, right? That the person doesn't have to fit into one box. It doesn't matter the type of clothes you wear. Like it doesn't matter, you know, how you look. They talked about like the smartness, the brain wrinkles versus like physical wrinkles. They talked about young and old, so like brings the wrinkles back around. It almost seems like they're talking about an idea, and maybe that idea is ARMY. I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts on that? I don't know. I'm just spitballing. But it seems very intentional.
내가 널 사랑하거든 너와 함께라면 어디든 꽃이 핀 garden 명품백을 주기보단 내 손을 잡아주는 질투심과 시기보단 됨됨이를 알아주는 그런 너와 함께 우리의 미래 그려봐 우리 커플 신발 사이에 어린이 운동화 너는 내게 최고 너의 하루를 알고 싶어 너의 한숨이 되고 싶어 Only girl 너는 내게 최고 영화 속에서 나 있을 것만 같던 그 사람 바로 너야 따가운 것 같아 내 맘을 흔든 주인공이 앞에 나 끌리는 것 같아 자석처럼 지금 바로 너한테 너의 삶 너의 맘 너의 페이스도 너의 라인 마치 퍼즐 조각 마냥 내 이상형을 맞춘 사람 너란 날씨에 이끌리는 바람 꽃나는 걸 항상 널 향해 난 가는 girl Yo, I told you many qualifications about my Miss Right But why you're my Miss Right is you are just you
Yeah, so it's so hard because it's either maybe they left the idea open because there's 7 of them, and that maybe the ideal girl for each of them was slightly different, and so they kind of like wove all of that together. But they're talking about like just being you. Which leads me to believe, by everything that I've seen from the lyrics here, right? The only things that I saw is like mildly that could be considered illicit or objectification would be like the putting your body on you kind of deal. You know, there's some talk about that, but like other than that, it doesn't even seem like they're literally talking about one individual person in a physical form. It seems like they're talking about an idea. So I think that the whole objectification argument goes out the window completely. And I almost just wonder if they're talking about like the love that they would have. They're talking about the future, having a future when they're talking about like being a couple and having like a pair of baby sneakers in between there. That would assumably be, you know, having a child, but it's more of like a future thing for them. And I think that that future is almost like what is growing between them at the time and ARMY. Like what they're building in the future that they're building and the relationship that they're building, it almost seems like that to me. I could be so far off base here, but like, yeah, so you're my Miss Right. I talked about all my qualifications. You're my Miss Right. You are just you, which leaves it so open-ended because they really didn't talk about their qualifications. At the end of the day, they listed so many different things. But they're saying that really the qualification is just you being you at the end of the day, which also, even if you want to talk about objectification, it seems more like an empowering song where it's lifting up, like instead of objectifying, it's more talking about like liking somebody for their smarts or their intellect, or doesn't matter what kind of clothes they wear. Like it seems like it's doing the exact opposite of that. So I guess I'm confused of where that's coming from.
Just 최고 너의 하루를 알고 싶어 너의 한숨이 되고 싶어 Only girl 너는 내게 최고 영화 속에서 나 있을 것만 같던 그 사람 날씨마저 딱 좋은데 너와 딱인 듯해 난 같이 걸어볼까 함께 걸어볼까 날씨마저 딱 좋은데 소설 속에서 나 있을 것만 같던 그 사람
All right. All right. All right. Okay, let's go over quick. I'm going to check out dual set really quick, and then we'll be right back. All right. So it looks pretty similar. There was a couple of nuanced things in there, but nothing that I think really affected the translations. There was some interesting double entendre stuff or like wordplay with when the part where they talked about the word ideal, where it could have meant one thing or the other, but otherwise it was pretty close. So that was pretty good. But while I was here on the dual set website looking for it, it looks like there's like a short kind of like live version of this. So I figured, why not? It's already a pretty long video. Let's just check it in here. I just kind of want to see it because it's probably not long enough for me to watch on its own. So let's do that real quick.
Yeah. Awesome for you. My Miss Right. Hey! Miss Right! You're my Miss Right. Miss Right. I reach down to Miss Right. Miss Right. Alright. You're my Miss Right. Miss Right. You want my kiss right. Miss Right. Alright.
Oh, it was before they had the sparkly mics. It's like once you see the sparkly mics, you kind of miss them. I want the colorful mics. Look at Jimmy just looking in the camera like.
Sexy mind and your sexy body 뇌주름 하나까지 섹시하게 태어난 여자 그대 청반 바지와 흰 티에 컨버스 하나 다 makes me wanna party on your body 찰랑이는 긴 머리끝 싱그러운 골반이 지저귀는 한편의 쑥 같은 너 도시 속에서 반짝여 그 비현실적인 몸으로 내 현실을 안아줘 And I want you to be really really real for me 때론 나의 어머니 때때로 나의 에너지 난 솔직해 겉으로도 너무 나있어 긴장을 놓칠 수 없는 나의 enemy 밖에 많은 정상형들과는 달랐어 너
This is
같은
better live.
여자의 상형이라 하나 봐 그래 너 생각하면 마음이 자꾸 시려와 Miss Right
As long as it's flow. I love RM's flow in that.
너의 하루를 알고 싶어 너의 한숨이 되고 싶어 Only girl 너는 내게 최고 영화 속에서 나 있을 것만 같던 그 사람 날씨마저 딱 좋은데 너와 딱인 듯해 나 같이 걸어볼까 함께 걸어 날씨마저 딱 좋은데 나와 딱인 듯해 너 소설 속에서 나 있을 것만 같던 그 사람 바로 너야
Alright, cool. Little short version there. Little short version. That was cool though. That was a really cool way to end it. All right. Well, I'm super excited. I really liked it. I really didn't see an issue with the song at all. And maybe people can fill me in on what the issue was. Maybe it's just more controversial just based on the geographic area. Just based on people, I don't know, is it hypersensitivity? I don't know. But here, like I look at the top 100 right now on the Billboard charts for like pop music, and there's a lot of stuff on there that is like so far over the top that is just insane. So, different times maybe, but I loved it. I love the song. I hope you guys loved it too. Please let me know what you thought. Leave some comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you already haven't. Follow us along on our journey. If nobody told you they love you today, don't forget I love you. You're appreciated. You're always welcome here in this channel. And last but certainly not least, it was a great day to play. Thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.